The backing vocals for Guns N' Roses on the Use Your Illusion tour were primarily Roberta Freeman and Tracy Amos. They were known for their harmonizations and vocal contributions that complemented Axl Rose's powerful voice. The turbulent Use Your Illusion tour by Guns N' Roses is a legendary chapter in rock history. Spanning 28 months from January 1991 to July 1993, it was one of the longest and most tumultuous tours of all time. Featuring 192 shows in 27 countries, the tour was marked by delays, fights, excesses, and unforgettable moments on stage. Roberta Freeman shared what it was like working with Guns N' Roses during that period. She mentioned that she wasn't a fan of the band when she received the invitation, but she came to admire their work as she got to know them. When Roberta was called, of course, she had heard of them, but she wasn't a fan. When she joined the tour, she expected them to be young rock and roll bad boys, messing around and not taking anything seriously. However, she saw that Axl took his vocals very seriously, along with his exercises and discipline. He was working out and eating healthily, determined to be the best he could be, she stated. Roberta also highlighted that she was impressed with Axl Rose's physical preparation. He would sing while running on stage. It's one thing to sing and dance because you stay closer to the microphone. Axl would run up those steep ramps on the stage, which wasn't small. He sang in falsetto, then came in with a beautiful baritone voice. Roberta was very surprised. Much of the Use Your Illusion tour was documented by a film crew. This material was never released, although some snippets are present in the live video Use Your Illusion, with a show recorded in Tokyo. Roberta Freeman recalled what it was like traveling with all those cameras and even mentioned that they tried to film the backing vocals changing clothes. She remembers that they always tried to place the cameras in the dressing room when they were getting dressed. They would slam the door in their faces. They filmed everything, from the arrival at the plane to the backstage preparations. It was everything and seemed like an eternity. She doesn't remember if they started right away. She thinks they joined in the middle of the tour, but she remembers it was annoying at times. It felt invasive, but they were documenting that period. Now, it's a historical period. One of the longest rock and roll tours, she stated. With Guns N' Roses, behind the glamour of sold-out arenas, there was a great deal of work-related stress. The tour was very long, traveled the entire world, and delays were common. They knew that if it was scheduled for 8 p.m., it would be delayed until at least 10 p.m. She remembers it starting at midnight sometimes. She would get ready, warmed up, and try not to get sleepy. There was a big stage, and the dressing rooms were underneath it. They would be hanging out, playing cards, she said. Roberta was also responsible for training the other backing vocalist, choosing the singing parts and choreographies. She didn't sing in all the songs because she knew it was too much. She chose a certain number. Axl would change the set list every night. Usually, in other bands, there was a printed set list to follow, but Axl wasn't like that. They would be in the dressing room sometimes, and out of nowhere, they would hear November Rain. Then Tracy and Roberta would run to the stage and start.